Okay, this is Mark chapter 12, and it's verses 1 to 12. And he began to speak to them in parables. A man planted a vineyard and put a wall round it and dug a vat under the winepress and built a tower and rented it out to vine growers and went on a journey. At the harvest time, he sent a slave to the vine growers in order to receive some of the produce of the vineyard from the vine growers. And they took him and beat him and sent him away empty-handed. Again he sent them another slave, and they wounded him in the head and treated him shamefully. And he sent another, and that one they killed. So with many others, beating some and killing others. And he had one more to send, a beloved son. He sent him last of all to them, saying, "They will respect my son." But those vine growers said to one another, "This is the heir. Come, let us kill him, and the inheritance will be ours." So they took him and killed him and threw him out of the vineyard. What will the owner of the vineyard do? He will come and destroy the vine growers, and he will give the vineyard to others. Have you not even read this scripture? The stone which the builders rejected, this became the chief cornerstone, and came about from the Lord, and it is marvelous in our eyes. And they were seeking to seize him, and yet they feared the people, for they understood that he spoke the parable against them. And so they left him and went away. This is amazing, especially that last little bit. These people, the Pharisees and the scribes and the Sadducees, knew that Jesus was speaking about them, that they were the ones who the Lord had sent to receive the produce of Israel, of the Jewish people. And yet they had beaten them, and they had killed them, and they had sent them away. And finally God was sending his own son. And they realized that Jesus was speaking against them. The little bit at the beginning where Jesus says a man planted a vineyard, he's almost quoting exactly from Isaiah 5, where it speaks of how the Lord planted his vineyard. And now the Lord comes back expecting grapes. And each time he sends his slaves and his servants to Israel. And this speaks of the prophets who are coming, and they beat them and stoned them, and they killed so many of them. You know, you can read through the scriptures, even right to Zechariah, who was the last who was murdered in the book of Chronicles. And Isaiah, tradition has that he was sawn in two. And so many of the great prophets were mistreated in this way. And Jesus quotes at the end, "The stone which the builders rejected has become the chief cornerstone." Just a few days before, the people were cheering Jesus on as he came into Jerusalem, and they too were singing from this same psalm, the Psalm 118, where it says, Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord." And here Jesus says, yeah, this is being fulfilled in your very ears, that the stone which the builders rejected, which you builders, you Pharisees have rejected me, the stone has become the chief cornerstone. And this has come about from the Lord, and it's marvelous in our eyes. Jesus was speaking against them, saying, God has sent the chief cornerstone, and you have rejected him. In fact, you're going to take him and kill him and throw him out of the vineyard. You're going to throw him to the Romans, and the Romans are going to crucify him outside the city wall of Jerusalem. Outside. Jesus has been cast aside, but he is the most precious and the most important. He is the chief cornerstone, which they have rejected. And it says here that the Pharisees and the Sadducees knew that Jesus was speaking about them. And so they sought ways to seize him and throw him out. It's crazy, but that's how it is with people. They realize what they're doing with Jesus, that he is the chief cornerstone, that he is the Son of God, and yet they choose to throw him out. I pray that whoever's listening to this, they will choose to take him to be the most chief cornerstone, the most important thing in their whole lives.